Behold, shoulder pants! We get a nice mix of stuff for you all this week. As always, you'll see any relevant video as a suggested video above, and they'll also all be in the description. So when we get to each frame, if you don't know what video that was from, you can check that out if you missed it. So just to get a few things out of the way really quick, Chroma Dynasty skin is getting its own video later today, so hold on for that. If it's the future, then check that out. The suggested video in the description. And Barrow brought a new Syandana, which is pretty cool. That also got its own video, which you can check out as the suggested video above and in the description. On to the fashion, with an exciting first entry, Nezha, my official XandyPants Nezha appearance. I have sort of rebooted Skater Boy Nezha, which had an existential crisis in Update 20 when they destroyed the Telespolte slash wave thing, and I've dubbed it Later Boy Nezha. He is an outcast from the star chart due to his war crimes. It's a really fun video, I had a lot of fun doing it, so check that out. And the entire appearance is based around making him look like my logo. So as you can see, I have a giant X on my back and a ring around it, so it's like my logo, and all the colors are very similar to my logo. We tried to match them with the hexadecimal color codes as closely as possible, and Taxon even looks like my logo. To briefly address the clan emblem thing, we do have this as our clan emblem. It's my logo, a slightly modified version of my logo that will look good as an emblem. And if you like it and you want to join our clan, you gotta wait about a month, and I'll make an official video announcing that, and those who are interested can join then. But for now, you're going to have to wait. But it's sick, isn't it? It looks really good. I'm very happy with how it came. Let's talk about all the appearances of everything, because it's really in-depth. So, we have very basic colors here for just the body. Again, the goal is to contrast the energy colors so that it looks like my logo, not to make like an over-saturated mess. And as you can see, right, like there's a lot going on here, but it's not overwhelming. I think it turned out pretty well. And that's because the colors are so reined in. So we've got pure black here for this primary. And then we have this muted sort of gray color. It's kind of blue, kind of purple. It's weird. The color my girlfriend chose for this logo is a mix of things, so this was what I decided. It's ultimately like more blue in my actual logo, but this was the best dupe I could find. And now here we have this sort of green. This is actually more of a green color. I just needed something for the body. Definitely like a silver would be fine as well. Like there's really nothing wrong about that. I just wanted it to be a bit more muted and match with the tonality of this sort of purpley gray color that I have before. Now we have pure black for accents, which are these sort of cables and wires and stuff. This is important because this ring has to look like the same color as this X, or it looks really funny. I tried making it this purpley thing. It looked really weird. And the energy color. So, you heard it here first. This is a decently close color to the pants on my logo. It's not, I bet there's something better somewhere, but this was what I could do with the time that I had, and I think it's pretty good. The logo doesn't glow, so it's kind of hard to exactly match it, but that's what I got. And then these are the same. This, I've made the accent this purpley color instead of solid black, but otherwise same colors. And then here is the orange. So for the accessories, we have orange, so that's that color. I chose this shamrock color. If you don't have shamrock, but you have like Halloween, or you have classic saturated, there are good oranges in there too. Just get like a pretty bright blood orange. Like that's what you're looking for. It's not just orange, it's like a lot of red too, but it's not quite red. So something like that. A very angry orange, that is how I might describe it. And we've got the Koro shoulder armor to make a sort of display backdrop for the X. You see, if I take this off, the problem with Nezha is he has like no shoulder structure whatsoever, so it just looks like it's floating there awkwardly. So we needed something to like give Nezha a shoulder, not just armor, but like literally add a part to his frame. So I did that. And then the porta legs are these things that are interlocking with my skates. So you can see what that looks like. They fit really well right there, and they just add to the sort of circular theme and also make Nezha's legs look more chunky. And this is kind of a tanky build, so I thought that that was appropriate. Again, this is kind of like reshaping the frame to be like beefy and chunky as you're going to be like flying all over the place. Like the weapons are all orange energy color because the blue is kind of too much, like there's too much blue. So you need to add more orange wherever you can, and the best place is the weapons. So here's the Javlock appearance. Again, the same three colors, but they've been moved around quite a lot. And then the energy color is that orange from before. For the Pandero, we have the same two colors. There's no solid black. I just thought that it was not highlighted well enough. And we have that orange from before. And the Telos Voltes. I have reworked significantly to try to look like that Grax Cyandana on the back, which looks like this. And again, the colors have been moved around, but it's the same colors. Then we have Orange Energy, so that's what all of that looks like. Lastly, Taxon, cute little X that he is. Has the same colors, but again moved around, and no accessories. I just wanted him to look as much like an X as possible and match the general appearance of the frame without looking too similar. So I've had there be more of this sort of pale color. There you have it, the official Nezha fashion from my channel. Next up we have my simple Ashe Prime with the Koga skin. This was featured on Sick Tech, featuring the Swiss Army knife, an augmented covert lethality dagger with a bunch of other tricks baked in, and you can go check out that video if you're interested in that. And this was a lot of fun. Ashe is just like nice looking, but kind of overcrowded. This skin has like a lot going on. So I tried to just make something simple, and I'm not totally satisfied with it, but it does look pretty cool. I really like how that solid black looks there. Anyway, it was an attempt to be something very muted and neutral, so maybe use this to branch off and make your own. It was not meant to be a statement, it is just something neutral. So this primary is this tan, which I use a lot in Orokin. The secondary is just pure white, just use the whitest you've got. Tertiary is pure black. This accent is gold. This is like the most boring fashion. And then this energy is pure black because I like not being able to see myself at all when I stealth as Ashe and Loki and etc. So I just prefer that. And then this Cyandana is the Nasaru, which I think fits pretty well. I like having these sort of drapes on Ashe. I don't really want like a cape on him, a human, like small body-like appearance rather than like a big epic silhouette. So that's the Nasaru, that's Tenogen, and then we've got the same colors in the same places on it, and it looks really nice. This is such a nice Cyandana. If you were quickly interested, here's what the Rakta Dark Dagger has on it for colors. It's again solid black, that gold is the secondary for the main part of the blade, solid black, and then this accent color is this color from Grenier. I just wanted a little bit of contrast on the crossguard there. Lastly, we have Limbo. I decided to go for a really muted appearance because I like Limbo's base appearance a lot. I added richer colors and cosmetics to flesh out his silhouette and preserve his suave appearance. It's not a model redesign like the Nezha thing or like that one Hydroid fashion I did one time. It's just like to preserve his initial appearance but improve it. A lot of people have said that they're not impressed because I stuck to the basic colors, and I understand, but sometimes the frames look really good. You know, fashion frame is about looking good, it's not about reinventing the wheel. So that's what I've got. I know some people will be bored and some people will be psyched, like, oh, it's just Limbo but it looks better, and some people will say, oh, I wanted something totally different. Can't please them all. This is what you got. So for the primary we have solid black, for the secondary we have solid white, and then we have this color, which I've been really obsessed with lately. This tertiary is like this wine color, which affects that back part of him, you see? Which I just really like. I don't know why I like this color so much, but it's like between a red and a purple, and I just really like it. It's like muted, not oversaturated at all. It's rich, it's kind of dark, but it's still color. I don't know, I really like it. And this accent is rose gold. Limbo actually does have a little bit of metallic on him, which is a little weird, but like these kneecap things, these things on his weird like feet wings, and the eyes on his helmet, and etc. are metallics, so there's rose gold there. And with the accessories, we're going to be adding a little more rose gold. And then the energy color is this sort of brighter void color. Let me show you Limbo's default energy color. Looks like that, which is like fine, but it's a little bit too blue. Like, it's not very ethereal, it's just, it looks like energy, you know? So I wanted something that's not only still blue, one, but also is warm. A warm blue, you know, bluish color can be kind of hard too. And then three, that is more ethereal looking, not saturated, but just like more white, you know? So I picked this color from Katir. I think this is a really good choice. There's a similar color that works a lot less well on Orokin. This color right here, which is just a little bit too bright. Do you see how that's like a bit too bright, and then if you take it off, it's like more washed out and looks more voidy? Anyway, if that doesn't matter to you, then use something else, but I think that color is perfect. I think it looks really cool. Gives him a nice, like, bit of a warm appearance, but it's still... Anyway, and here are the accessories. So the tricky thing here is we want to add a little bit more metallic to flesh out Limbo's like rose gold thing, but we don't want to make it overwhelming, so like I didn't want to use, let's say, the Riv Elite. Now I don't have the metallic in the right place here, but like you see, if that was rose gold, that would be too much, right? So we have the Koro shoulders and the Kuva leg plates. Now for both of these, for the Kuva, that metallic that you're seeing is on tertiary, not accents, And this is something important if you're going to add metallics to a Warframe using accessories. You've got to make sure that the accessories have the metallic in the same place. So as you can see, both the Koro and the Kuva have a metallic on tertiary. The Kuva has it there, it's pretty bright, very nice looking. And then the Koro has it on that top and bottom part. But the Koro also has it on the secondary. And in fact, the whole Koro armor is basically metallic. So if you use dark colors, you can make it look like it's not too metallic. We already have some weird texture stuff going on where this is like not metallic but definitely shiny and it has that secondary color. So I think it's very okay and doesn't really ruin the immersion of the appearance to have this Koro secondary wine color be metallic as well. It doesn't look that metallic, you know, but then we have splashes of rose gold all over the frame. And it fits really well, right? Like these Koro pieces fit pretty well onto his arms, which don't have too much on them. And these Kuva pieces fit great into his legs. Like I wanted to do this entire appearance customization when I found out how well those Kuva pieces fit into his legs. Look at that, it looks like it's part of the frame. I really like that. Anyway, so that's what that looks like. Let me quickly show you anything important about his armor. These are just basic colors, same colors but swapped around, same colors but swapped around. And here's the lesion. So this was a little bit more difficult to make. You have to omit the rose gold thing because it just doesn't look good because there's no metallics. It's all sort of like infested flesh looking. So I decided to add in the energy color as the primary as well. It's not really energy, like it doesn't glow, but it does add this sort of like otherworldly, voidy look to the maw part of the Legion. So I don't know, you could switch this around a little bit more. It's kind of hard to make this weapon look like really good, but I was satisfied with how this looked when I was swinging it, so there you go. And that just about does it. I hope that you enjoy a more muted appearance from this Limbo, and let me know if you have any further questions or desires for future episodes. I would be happy to attempt to oblige.